Chapter 4. I had thus learning to second fact of great importance. This wide planet the little prince came from was scarcely any larger than a house. But that did not really surprise me much. I knew very well that in addition to the great planets, such as the Earth, Jupiter, Mars, Venus, to which we have given names, there are hundreds of others, some of which are so small that one has a hard time seeing them without the telescope. When astronomer discovered he of these, he does not give a name, but only a number. He might call it, for example, asteroid 325. I have serious reason to believe that the planet from which the Little Prince common asteroid known as B612. This asteroid has only once been seen through the telescope that was by a Turkish astronomer in 1909. On making his discovery, the astronomer had presented to the International Astronomy Congress in the great demonstration. But his was a Turkish custom, and so nobody will believe that he said. Grown-ups are like that. Fortunately, however, for the reputation of asteroid B612, a Turkish dictator made a law that his subject, under pain of death, shall change to everything's constant. So in 1920, the astronomer gave his demonstration all over again, dressed with impressionable style and elegance, and this time everybody accepted his report. If I had to these details about the asteroid and made a note of its number for you, it has a come of the ground, ups and their ways. When you tell them that you have made a new friends, they never ask you any question about essential matters. They never say to you, what does he boys sound like? What games does he love best? Does he call butterflies? Instead, they demand, how old are he? How many brothers has he? How much does he weigh? How much money does his father make? Only from these figures do they think they have learned anything about him. If you were to say to grown ups, I see a beautiful house made of rosy brick with geraniums on the window and doves on the roof, they will not be able to get an idea of the house at all. You will have to say to them, I see a house that costs $2,000. Then they will exclaim, oh, what a pretty house that is. Just so, some men said to them, the proof that the little prince existed in that he was charming, that longed, and that he was looking for the sheep. If anybody wants a sheep, that's a proof that he exists, and what's good will to do to tell them that they would shoot their shoulder and they'd really like a chill. But if you say to them, the planet he came from us, asteroid B612, then they will be convinced and left in place from their questions. They are like that. One must not all it against them. Children should always show great for behind drawer ground up people, but certain for use who understand life figures are a matter of idiomations. I should have liked a begin This history is the fashion of the fair ladies. I should have liked to say, once upon a time there was a little prince who lived in planet was is scarlet and bigger than himself, and who had need a ship. To those who understood life, that would be given to much greater area the truth to my story. For I do not want anyone already but carelessly. I have suffered too much grief and taken down on this memory. 6 years have already passed since my friend went away from me with his ship. If I try to describe him here, and to make her I shall not forget him and forget a friend as he say. Now everybody has a friend. If I forget him, I may come like Ram ups who are no longer interested in anything being figures. It is a for purpose, again, that I have brought a box of paint, some pencils. It had to take off graving and giving on my edge. When I have never made any pictures absent a boa constructor from the outside and the boa constructor from the inside since I was 6. I shall certain to try to make the portraits as true to life as possible, but I am not all sorts of success. One driving us along all right, and another has a rampant to this subject. I make some errors to in the little prince held. In one place he is too tall and in another too short, and I feel some doubts about the color if it comes them. So I'm troubled along the best I can, now good, now bad, and I have generally referred to milding. In certain more important details I shall make a mistake, also but in something that will not be for a foul. My friend never explained anything to me. He thought perhaps that is a well like him, but I alas do not know how to see sheep around the wall to weeks. Perhaps I am a little like a grown up. I have had a grown all. Chapter 5. As each day passed, I would learn in our talk something about a little prince planet. His deforming from it is journey. The information will come very slowly, as it might chance to fall from his thoughts. It was this why that I heard on the third day about the customs of the bubbles. This time, once more, I had at the ship a thanks for it, that a little prince asked me about, as seized by a grey dove. Is that true? Is it does ship eat little business? Yes, that is true. I am glad. I didn't not understand why I was important to ship shall eat little business, but a little princess added. Then it followed that they also eat baobabs. I pointed out to the little princess that baobabs were not little bushes, but on the contrary trees as big as castles. And even if he took a whole herd of elephants away with him, then he would not eat up on the single baobab. The idea of the learn of elephants made a little princess laugh. We will have a pot then one on top of the other, he said, but he may always comment, before they grow so big, till before stars all by little and little. That is exactly correct, I said. But why do you want to ship to eat little baobabs? He answered me at once. Oh, come on. And a little break spinning on something that was self-evident. And I was only to make a great mental enough and solve this problem without any insistence. Indeed, is a learning where as a planet where a little prince lived, as on all planets, good plants to bad plants. In consequence, there were good seeds from good plants and bad seeds from bad plants. But seeds are invisible. They sleep deep in the heart of the earth's darkened, until some one among them is, she said, with a desert awoken. Then this little seed will stretch itself and begin, timidly at first, to perch charming little springs in absence hour toward the sun. If it is only spread, it arises of the spring on the roots, but one would lay ground wherever it might wish. But when I want a bad planet, one must destroy all the sun impossible, the very instant that one resumed it. Now there were some terribly sent to planet, then was his home and little prince, and thus were the set above board. The soul of planet was insufficient with them about something you will never able to get rid of you, and then to it too late. It spread over the entire planet in borders clear out without the roots, and if it a planet too small, and the barbers are too many, they sleep in peace. It's a question of discipline, the little prince said to me later on. When we're finished here at 12 in the morning, then I stand out on the toilet of your planet, just so, with a little cry, you must see to talk you up regular and the bubbles, and the very first moment when they can be distinguished from resume which resemble closely in their earthly young, and it's very tedious work, a little prince added, but very easy. And one day he said to me, you want to make a beautiful drawing, so what the children where you live I can see exactly how all this is that will be useful to them if they were a travel someday, something he added. There is not a harm a putting of a piece of work until another day, but when it is a matter about that always means a catastrophe. I knew a planet once was inhabited by lazy man. He neglected three little bushes. So, as the little princess described it to me, I had made a drawing of the planet. I do much like to want a moralist, but the danger of the ballads is so little understood, and such considerable rights would be wrong by anyone who might glass an asteroid that for once I am breaking down my reserve. Children, I say plainly, watch us off for the bubbles. My friend like Salt have been skirting that danger for a long time without ever knowing it, and so it for them that I have worked and so hard over this drawing and lesson which I pass on by me means award of the trouble it had cost me. Perhaps you will ask me, why did there are no another drawing? Is this book a magnificent impressive? Is this drawing in the bubbles? They replied as simply, I have tried, but when with others I have not been successful. When I made the drawing in the bubbles, I was carried beyond myself by inexperiences, force, and other necessary. Chapter 6. Oh, little princess, bit by bit I came to understand the secret of your sad little life. For a long time you had found your only entertainment in the quiet pleasures of looking on the sunset. I learned that new detail in the morning of the fourth day. when you say to me, I am very fond to sunset. Come, let's yes, good luck at sunset now. But we must wait, I say. Wait? For what? For the sunset. We must wait until the time. At first you seemed very much surprised, and then you laugh to yourself. You say to me, I am always thinking that I am not home. You saw everybody knows that when I'm known on the United States, the sun is setting over France. If you could fly to France on one minute, you could go straight into the sunset right from now. Unfortunately, France is too far away to the wall, but on your teeny planet, my little princess, all you need do is move your chairs a few steps. You can see the day and the twinkling falling whenever you like. One day, you say to me, I saw the sunset for 44 times. A little later, you added, you know, one loves the sunset. Wait, when one is so sad. Were you sad then? I asked. On the day of the 44th sunset, but the little princess made no reply.